On the legal front, the January 6th committee is meeting today to consider whether to make criminal referrals for key figures, including Trump. On the politics front, Trump's picks for the midterms generally did poorly, topped off with Herschel Walker's loss to Raphael Warnock last Tuesday. Joining me now, Michael Steele, former chairman of the RNC and MSNBC political analyst, and Eugene Daniels, White House correspondent for Politico and MSNBC political contributor. Okay, you can't see him, but he's still sitting here, David Brock. But I'd love to get each of you, well, actually, I'm going to go to you, Chairman Steele, on this. Your reaction to the story on the front page of the Washington Post today that friends of Hunter Biden and allies of Hunter Biden are going to go on offense against these investigations that are going to come out of the incoming Republican House majority.
Love it. Fight fire with fire. I appreciate very much the idea of not letting this narrative go sideways. It already has, to some degree, the fact that there is cachet in the public space to even begin to bring these hearings to the fore. Look, if it were me, if I'm advising Hunter Biden, I said, when that subpoena comes, you take it outside and you lay it on the ground and you let the dogs do what dogs do with stuff that's on the ground. All right. Meet that fire with fire. They probably won't do that. But the idea that you're going to go on offense, that you're not going to give ground, when you look at the people who are calling the investigation and hosting the investigation, they got their own ish, a lot more than Hunter Biden. And at least Hunter Biden can talk about, hey, I'm dealing with addiction. What's their excuse? Mm-hmm. All right. So the reality of it is, this is a new offensive. Let's see how it plays out, but it's smart to get ahead of it.
So, Eugene, let's switch gears here and talk about the January 6th committee. They're meeting today to talk about possible criminal referrals. How much of a big deal is this?
It's huge. I mean, they can't actually charge anyone with anything, and we keep having to say that. But what it does is it gives the DOJ even more insight into the kinds of things that they have found, right? We've had these two different investigations happening kind of around the same time. And so it gives the DOJ a blueprint. They're going to release this very long report sometime later this month. And so it is going to be a big deal. Whether or not they're going to, refer charges for Donald Trump, we don't know. But his name is in the coffers. There's a lot of people around him that, they blame for January 6th, the January 6th committee, that they're looking at, that they might be sending. And I think, that is a big, big deal. We have to remember in this country, we've been talking about January 6th for almost a full 2 years now. We have to remember how dangerous and scary for our democracy that day was. And I think this is one of those moments where people are going to be, that's going to be really, really clear for folks.
Mm-hmm. Chairman Steele, so let's talk about the man who is desperately trying to cobble up 218 votes so he can be the next Speaker of the House. I'm talking about Kevin McCarthy having a hard time. He had a meeting with Congressman Matt Gaetz, who is, I describe a never Kevin. He tweeted, I'm going to show you this photo yesterday with the caption, oh, that's so cold, Kevin McCarthy. What does that say about Leader McCarthy's effort to get those 218 votes?
Everybody knows a punk when they see one. I'm sorry. If that's the tweet after the meeting, dude, no, you ain't got nothing. You hold nothing. You got nothing, right? If that's the tweet, I'm sorry, is it me? Anybody? Is it me? If that's the tweet after the meeting.
I know. Chairman said, I know.
Can I punk you in your face enough? Can I just look at you and go, man, nah, I ain't gonna deal with it. Kevin. I mean, McCarthy. I mean, it's the groveling. What kind of leader you think you're going to be if that's in your caucus? That's what members of your caucus think about you.
And on that point, so he's going to get desperate trying to find these 218 votes.
Desperate?
No, hold on, Chairman Steele, hold on. So last Sunday on this show, a week ago Sunday, outgoing House Majority Whip James Clyburn made an offer. Listen to this.
I think that he has the levels that will allow him to put together the kind of deals that are necessary to get to 218. However, if there are 7 or 8 people who are not going to vote for him, then I'll advise him to go and look on the other side of the aisle and see whether or not there are some deals over there to be made as well.
Okay, so we got 2 minutes. I want to go to Eugene on this on a serious point. I'm going to end on you, Chairman Steele. But, Eugene, how, on a scale of 1 to 10, because you know the folks on the Hill, how likely is that to happen for Democrats to go along to try to help Republicans get their speaker?
Yeah, I think Clyburn's having a little fun here. I think it's like a 2 or 3 on Kevin McCarthy's best days that there's some deals to be made for Democrats to vote for him. You know, it's much more likely that Democrats would team up with moderate House Republicans and, you know, pick someone else. I think that is much more likely than them going to Kevin McCarthy, because they do see Kevin McCarthy as a perfect example of the dangers of the Republican Party. So it's really hard to see how you save that for months and months and prepare to be doing that for the next 2 years and then vote for the man.
Chairman Steele, preach us out of this segment. You got 40 seconds.
Well, look, the reality for Kevin McCarthy is he has no friends. No one in the caucus wants him to be speaker. It's that simple. This is not complicated math. You have 31 members who've already said they don't want him. You've got, you know, Matt Gaetz publicly humiliating you, and there's more to come. So the coup de grace here is going to be Donald Trump when he does not back Kevin McCarthy for speaker when he gets time for the vote. So can we all just play this scenario out? I appreciate Leader Clyburn's view on this, but the reality of it is there's a pile of coming. Everyone's stepping in it inside the GOP, and his name is Kevin. So what do you think is going to happen here? Look, just get your popcorn, folks. Because the House is already a hot mess under the changes that are going to be coming. Just wait and see. There's more to come.